BagFuel, baby.
It's a bag talk right here. We got Esso.
Everyone sees sounds official in the building. And we got Cassidy up here today, you know what I'm saying?
The hustler.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Yeah, of course.
How y'all feeling, man?
Dog, one thing you know how to do is find a bag in every avenue, bro.
Try to, right?
No, that's trying and that's doing.
Yeah.
Niggas can try to shoot a jump shot, but you hitting them. There's a big difference, man. Like, where does this ambition or ingenuity to get a bag out of everything come from? Because you got it in you got condoms, battle rap, regular rap, this, that. I'm like,
Yeah, I got 2 grown sons, damn near, a wife, responsibilities. You know what I mean? And I got confidence, like knowing your worth. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to get to the bag, but they don't got the confidence and they don't know how much they worth. So here and there, they just take less or settle for less or bust moves that they know they shouldn't make because they don't got the confidence.
you ever overvalue yourself? It cost you a bag?
I don't think so. I think I might have undervalued myself, like, you know, not really went into the deal thinking clearly and knowing how much I was worth, so I might have took some deals that I shouldn't have took. But I don't think I ever overvalued myself.
What was your difference when you was younger, right?
I feel like I'm the GOAT, the best at this shit, so there's no amount that you could put on that.
But did you take the business seriously when you was younger, though? Or was you just relying on talent just to get the bag?
Now, when I first wanted to rap, I was in the 4th grade. Like, when I first decided I was going to be a professional rapper and I was going to do this for the rest of my life, I was in the 4th grade. So I wasn't even worrying about the bag. I ain't had no responsibilities, no bills, no children. I ain't even really fully understand how money worked. Like, you know what I mean? I was like a spoiled kid, had everything I thought I wanted at the time. So I was good, you know what I mean? But when I impressed people with writing in the 4th grade, I just loved that feeling, like of being able to think of something, write it down, say it, and everybody impressed. Like, it ain't matter what I had on, how I looked, how I was acting, it didn't matter. Like, long as I could think of something, write it down and say it, I could, like, change people's emotions. And once I realized that I could do that, I wanted to be the best at that. And then later on in life, I realized that it was a business, I could make money off it, and I started figuring out ways to make money off of it later. But my original passion and love for hip-hop wasn't based off money or financial reasons. It was all based off the love. And to this day, that's the reason why I make sacrifices and don't necessarily bust all the moves that can necessarily get me the bigger bags, because I'm in this for a different reason.
And what's that?
I want to be the best. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to do it in the 4th grade, and that's the reason why I still want to do it. I want to be the best. And a lot of people think you judge the best by how much you brought in, like how much money you brought in. That's how people judge it. But that's not really how it goes. It's a science to this.
What's the criteria for being the best rapper? Because
Or let's say a good rapper.
because do we add album sales, bars, the way you carry yourself, how you dress, how you make people move, or is it just one thing over the other, or is it equal? It's tricky.
Nah, record sales and all that stuff got to do with the business. That came later. This was a culture first, so before it was even record sales, awards, or anything like that, you know, you could still be the best. So that mean the business brought in a lot of that other stuff, and people do take that in consideration, because 99.9% of the people that do this is for business. They just want to be successful. They see niggas with jewelry, see niggas with girls. They like, yo, this like hitting the lottery. This an easy way to not really have no education, not really lock in with nothing else. I could bust a move real quick, especially with the type of music that we've been getting for the last 10, 15 years. It's been making people feel like, yo, it's easy. I hear this record on the radio and he winning with that. I could go in the studio, or I could find an artist that could do that. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody trying to get involved, and there's a lot of people that's involved that shouldn't be.
I feel the same way about the social media thing, because we had a whole conversation about people coming in and shit, and I feel like, yeah, you see it on the social media, but nigga, you still can't do it.
For sure.
You still got to get out here. You got to do it. And once they try to attempt to do it and realize that they can't, they just fall by the wayside.
But I think what Cass said was interesting. When y'all came into the game, you had to be nice. You had to be connected. It was effort into getting the bag. But now you seeing these dudes overnight getting the bag. Remember that real estate dude we sat with? He said, I could sell 100 houses and I ain't gonna make the money I would made off a couple.
One deal.
One deal. Hip hop is the platform, the culture that can make millionaires that fast. A lot of them.
But I want to just say something.
What you thinking?
When me and Cassidy was younger, everybody had to be that deal.
Yeah.
Your manager had
Everybody.
to be that deal. The producer you signed
Your
to.
goons.
The niggas in the business. So it wasn't paper champions like it because you had to get out and you had to feel niggas. You had to see niggas. Now when you on this gram and all this shit, you don't got to get out there. You don't got to feel niggas. So you don't know who is who and what is what and how they doing it. So it changes everything around. It's the same way I said about why I think that the music's not as good because you had people, he had Swizz with him, developing
young.
shit, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Younger kids don't have that right now. They don't have nobody to develop them, not even a key producer, because of social media, because of the equipment, because it's so fast. Like he said, yo, I could just throw that out there. This nigga doing that. Nigga, I could put out a rap record right now. Real talk. If you give me a budget, I could rhyme right now and get it on radio. And I'm not a rapper, my dude. And that's why I said I think that this shit is kind of skewed a little bit, and dudes with talent, they're not as seen as much. You know what I'm saying?
I think people just more confused with the technology now of what's winning, what's dope, you know, how much people eating from music. Because money don't grow on trees. Like, you got to generate the money from somewhere. And when you really start thinking about, like, all right, this business is set up for the people that run the business to really win. So if you feel as though an artist was able to make millions of dollars, then just imagine how much the people that's over top of that artist would have had to make. Like, for them to give this artist millions of dollars, that means they had to make a lot more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So on top of you generating the millions of dollars that you got to generate all this much more money for these companies. So where would that money come from? It don't just drop out the sky. It's not like they just, the money don't be automatic. So a lot of that be a facade, like even how much these artists is worth. Just like back in the day, it's the same strategy. But now with the technology, I don't feel as though, it always been a lot of people doing music. Everybody always loved rap. Like, as far as the culture could remember, as far back as they heard rap, they know they loved it. Back in the day, everybody had a rhyme. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even the rappers, even people that don't rap. Yeah, well, my name is Tisha, and I be just spitting. Like, everybody had their little rhyme they could say. But, you know, it was different then. Like, the real MCs that was on was so nice and advanced from that little rap everybody had. Everybody knew that they had a rap and they liked rap, but they wouldn't say I'm a rapper. Like, I'm not really a rapper. I just like rap and I could say my rap. And then it got to a point where, you know, MCs even started getting nicer. The culture started to grow. The science started to get better. And niggas started to get even nicer and nicer and nicer. And it made it even harder to think that you was a rapper. You like, man, I like the average person never thought that they could be a rapper when it was like at that level. But now we at the point, like what you said, I could rap, like everybody feel like that because the music is so watered down.
When you think
know what I'm
that
saying?
shift
And
happened,
now it would have been only a little bit of people that would have been able to get heard. Now with this technology, it just seemed like everybody got an opportunity to put something out. So it just seemed like it's a lot more bullshit.
Good. I don't think that's good. I don't think everybody needs
not
to have
mad
a
at
chance
it.
to put. You see, me being inside the business for such a long time, I think that's trash that anybody can just go lay anything out and throw it up and it's not complete. I don't like that shit. That's why I'm not really, like, I hear it because we got to know about it, but I'm not digging it like that. I'm not downloading it, I'm not playing it because it's no substance to it. And I'm not talking about you gotta be spitting knowledge and bars, just be good. Have some wordplay. Let the hook be good. You know what I'm saying? Let it bring something to me. And that's not doing that. So now it's just like throw it up on it, you know what I'm saying? Put some marketing behind it. Let's see if it goes or not. You know what I mean? And I don't think that that's gonna help us in the long run.
I think it's good though because now it's like a bunch of different people in the world that like different type of shit. So now it's like everything is not pushed down your throat. Like the 10 videos that's on this video show that just come on every day. And then the couple of songs that they got in rotation on the radio, and that's really like all you could hear. Then it's a couple DJs that come up with mixtapes with some more exclusive shit, and you got them couple of DJs. But it's like, it was really nothing else to really get music from.
So you
Now
like the Wild
it's
Reggae
on
shit?
demand. Now it's like, yo, if you like more poppy stuff, you could listen to that. You like raw hip hop or you like niggas with lyrics, you could Google and search that. Nigga like more shit where he could dance, do all the new dances too, you could Google search that. Like everybody could get what they want and really lock in. So when you in your car, you riding around, you exercising, you could really just create your own playlist, listen to the shit that you really like.
You don't think niggas could lock in prior to that? Because I listened to a whole bunch of other shit prior to that. I bought the CDs. It wasn't just rap music. I liked all types of music. You know what I'm saying?
But I think
No,
what
I mean like, as far as the radio, as far as like 106 and Park,
Gotcha.
like, you know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
you was like a real nigga that was locked into the culture, so you was able to build your own thing that you like. But I'm just talking about the masses, like the
Gotcha.
pop crowd that just, they don't dig that deep. They only know what you put in their face.
Surface level.
Just like certain sports. Like I'm deeper in music than I am in certain sports. So certain sports, I might only know the players that's like super big or the stuff that they throw in your face. I'm not like deep into the sport like that. So, you know, a person that really analyzed the sport and been watching since they was a kid and they dad watched, they'd be like, yo, you don't know shit. And they breaking down all this other shit, know every name and everything. And it's like, I don't really know that much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like a pop type of fan to this sport. The same way people like these pop type of fans, these ride the wave fans of hip hop. It's the same thing.
Did you ever think about starting a label, signing niggas, putting them out?
Yeah, all the time. Like I got a whole team of dope artists, producers, graphic designers. I got a bunch of dope people around me.
Would you go
But I just
major
know
with
that
them?
there's a crooked business. And
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
really
gonna ask.
I don't really got enough ownership or control in the business. Like back in the day when physical albums was selling, like companies used to act like they was independent, but nobody had distribution. Like, you know what I mean? Even when Prince and certain people tried to get it, they shut it down. So nobody had a form of distribution. So no matter how independent you wanted to claim your company was, you still had to partner up with one of these majors to get your music distributed. And it's the same thing now. Like, no matter how independent you want to claim you is, you still got to use one of these big companies with a portal that can even store and hold your music to get it out to the masses. Nobody that's independent owns a portal. And they make it expensive, just like distribution was expensive. You want to sell 1 million records, or you need $2, $3 a CD. That's $2, $3 million advance just on record sales. And I'm not talking about putting a project together and paying everybody and marketing and promotion and traveling. I'm just talking about just on records alone. Nobody had that type of money. Just like nobody got the type of money to put 40, 50 million to the side and say we're gonna get a portal big enough to hold all of the music that we love and want, and we just gonna be really independent.
He's talking about the storage space
facts.
on the site. Because when we tried to run a website a while back, if you uploaded like 3 videos, that was like 2 gigs gone. So you thinking, yo, my website holds 100 gigs.
100 videos, you're done.
Yeah, so imagine every artist that you know, music, and then information about them, and then pictures, and then album covers, and then you gotta keep
EPKs and all different type of shit.
and you gotta
throw up
keep
there.
track of the transactions, people that's buying music. You gotta keep keep data of all of that. So the a platform big enough, you just said 2, 3 videos. So imagine every video and all the music and just can hold all of that stuff. And then all of the new music that's coming out, you could keep putting more. To have a portal like that is super expensive.
How do you beat the machine? So for me, I tell them, I don't think that you could beat the machine. Do you think that it's possible, from what you know and you've been through, is it possible to beat the machine?
I don't even think it's about beating a machine. It's just about understanding the business enough to know how you could work with the machine and get what you deserve out of it. You can't expect them to tell you what they supposed to give you. It's like, yo, if they don't know and they not informed, we're gonna keep doing it like this for as long as we can.
Facts.
And as soon as people start getting more informed, then they will have to figure out a different way to do business with us. So I don't even think it's about fighting them, the machine, the powers that be, because at one point they wasn't the power that be. They wasn't the machine. They just came up with a plan, put it together, and executed. So it's the same thing everybody else could do. It might not just come like that. Everybody want a quick flip. They want to hit the lottery. They want it to be overnight. These people willing to sacrifice generation after generation to generation of putting together plans. And now since they got it on Smash, everybody think, oh, they the machine and they the powers, but they came up with a plan and made sacrifices, and then they started getting rich and started building on it and building on it generation after generation, and now they in control. But they didn't start off like that. So we could start off like how we is now, put together a plan, and eventually
our kids might reap
That,
the
and that's
benefits
part of the
from it.
plan.
or they kids or they kids after that. And eventually you'll get to the point where everybody born into your name will be in a good position and wealthy, like certain families we know. It don't matter how smart they is, what they look
As long
like,
as their
what they
last name
did.
is that.
They
That's
just
it.
born into that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I think we as a culture, we just have to say, whatever this plan is, it ain't for us.
Why you say that?
No, it's like he said, it's for the future generation.
Oh, I got you. I
That's
thought
how
you
the
meant for our
other
people,
people
my bad.
seeing it. They're like, man, this is gonna be for my great grandkid. That ain't gonna be shit. They're already thinking about a human that won't exist. They'll never meet nothing. Us, we're like, man, I want to see the fruits of my labor, which is understandable. You don't want to die and not enjoy what
But
you
that's
put
our
in.
black people shit when we talked about slavery.
we never
was
had
not that
anything.
long time ago. And you don't know about the financial systems. Like, it's a lot of us that are just learning about the real financial
Like
systems
Cass.
and on how to make money. They got systems whereas you invest the money, as soon as you put it in,
It's-
it's worth 4 times the money.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
coming
give it
right back.
to you. We're not privy to that shit. We're trying to work our way to get to that money and start doing those things, but we still behind the eight ball still, because we still need to give ourselves time. And I really wasn't one that was gonna give the black people time. After I thought about it, I said, damn, this shit not that long ago. Look at my father. My father's a working class man. He looked at me crazy. I never had a job, not one day in life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he looked at me crazy now because the money's like it is, and he's old now. Now I can dish it out. Now he gets it. You see what I'm saying?
Results.
Now it's really like, yo, this really goes down. He actually could see it. Now, if he was a younger man, he would manage me now. He would now be in this business too. This would now be a family business starting off. You know what I'm saying? But we're not doing none of that. Look at my daughter. I try to get my daughter to manage me. My daughter's supposed to be my first manager at 16 years old. I ain't give a fuck. She's smart. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Learn the business, prolong the business, take this, give it to your kids, and let's keep it pumping. You know what I'm saying? Because they got bloodline in this shit.
Cass, you said money don't grow on trees. What are some ways an artist can go broke in this music industry? Like, from what's some of the big expenses that eats up a budget? That, because like you said before, people be seeing these artists, they think they got money, but when you make that much amount of money, you got to spend the same amount in equivalency.
Nah, I think what people don't understand is the artists start off in the hole. Like, all of the money that they give you, you got to pay back. So you start off in the hole. But people that don't understand business don't know that. Like, if they about to give you a check and I could get this money and I could spend it and pay bills with it, I don't look at it like
Being
that.
in the hole.
Like, yeah, the average person don't look at it like that. And that's why they don't want to do business with lyricists. Because to be a lyricist, you got to be more smarter. Like, that's why, or older artists, they like to do business with younger artists, that's kids that won't understand this type of stuff. You tell them you're about to give them this type of bag, that's all that matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? They willing to do any and everything because that's what they think is the top of the world. But if you got responsibilities, kids, and you know the type of money you bringing in, you done went through ups and downs, you got experience, then you're gonna want to start demanding more. And that's why they don't want to do business with them type of people.
You're gonna ask questions too.
Exactly.
That's the key. When you giving me this money, what you want from me for this? Then it's like, hold on. I thought you were just gonna take this shit and just put this shit in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Come and talk to me tomorrow. But it's like, before I cash this check, bro, what does this come with? Because I got kids, I got a home, I got a wife, I got people that's dependent on me. Before, this 100K, whatever, is cool. Now you're giving me 300. This really ain't 300. It's tax write-offs with this shit,
And that's the
taxes and
experience
shit.
we need. Like, most people got parents that was just working regular jobs and was like super broke. And then some people got parents that might have been above water but still had to grind, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, had to put in work and don't know what it's like to be like super above water. So if you ever get a large amount of money, you don't really got the right type of people around you to tell you what to do with it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And you might know a couple people that got money, but everybody just ain't out here sharing all of the information.
They
You know what I'm
ain't
saying?
sharing no information, bro.
So you see kids that's like born into the industry and they got parents that went through ups and downs, might have got robbed and played with large amounts of money, might have lost, they got it back, and then they born into that. You see they got more of an advantage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Definitely.
that's the real experience you need. Like, you know what I mean? The information that you could get in like some certain books or like on the internet is like information given to everybody. So it's not enough.
Not experience.
Yeah, like you
Not like
need
experience.
yeah, and have to deal with this business like head on. So when you got parents or brothers or sisters and people that's dealt with it head on, then they could give you a head start.
And then they got relationships too to pass to you. But that's the most important thing. Once they pass you the relationship, like, yo, this is Cass, this is my man right here, you good now.
Yeah,
Now you can pull on him and be like, yo, this is what I need, this is what I'm looking for. What's up with the battle rap money? Because niggas tell me you like the biggest paid battle rapper. At least that's what they say.
He caught a quarter one time.
Yeah, it ain't as big as I see it being in the future. I got it being like, you know, like a lot of other sports, like, you know, the UFC, boxing, the NBA, the NFL. I see it like taking off once more investors get involved and more people get involved. But it's more money than people ever thought before, though. You know what I'm saying? People used to battle for free, just battle for status, or battle just so people could say their name. So now people coming out and getting real checks, could pay bills.
Do you think you started that? Do you think you brought that to the game?
It's like a part of hip hop and it's a part of rap, but it's not connected to that business. So the way you deal with your money, the way you get your money is not exactly the same. So you don't gotta like go through that system that's set up for you to be in a hole with the music and battle rap. It's like new and fresh. So as many people ain't get in it and put as many stipulations in it yet. So you could really like play with the money a little bit better.
I feel like that your status, like you're the only one that I personally, I'm not big in the battle rap world. I know about it. But from all the ones that I've come across, you're the only one that has ever had mainstream hit records. Am I wrong about that?
No, it's been a couple of dudes, but it ain't the way Cass took it serious and executed and performed. A lot of them other dudes.
I think the only other one that probably had like real like a hit record charting was probably Joe Buttons.
What about Keith Murray?
And Cannabis.
You consider Keith Murray a battle rapper?
No, he did a battle rap.
Not somebody did come on, not a nigga that did a battle rap. He gotta be a battle rapper.
But Joe only did one.
Joe Buttons, Cannabis, Keith Murray, Vado.
That's about it. Cassidy, you've done multiple.
Got like Saigon,
but these is
they
one
all got
off.
like charting records.
They only one off.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about what I'm talking about. He's a battle rapper.
They don't consider.
They don't consider him a battle rapper. Niggas tell me he's the best one ever. That's what they tell me.
No, but when they talk about that, they talking about before what it transitioned to. When you was in the studio going against dudes. What battle rap is now, it's a different evolution. So when he battled with Freeway.
I don't think so though. That's the thing. Like a lot of people say that it's just because there's not that many people that's like connected from how it used to be and was around and actually experienced it like on a major level and then still around now to see it today. Like those people don't feel like it like
it's connected.
Changed that much and like was that different. You know what I mean? But if you just try to look back on it and or like what they told you battle rap used to be and then you look at it today, Of course you're gonna feel that way. The same way people say that about rap, like rap period. Things change, it advance. Like, cause all new kids want they shit to be better than what came before them. Like when
Agreed.
we was young, we wanted the niggas that was out at that time to be better than the niggas that came before them. You just wanna feel like that. You wanna feel like my generation is advancing in a way. And they is advancing in ways, but just not lyrically.
Yeah. How
Which
much?
way you think? Oh, go.
No.
I'm sorry.
How much you think it's gonna take for a battle with you and Meek? How big would that bag have to be? Because that would cripple the internet.
Yeah, I don't think Meek battle rapping though. I don't think that's
Even if the
something-
bag is like, if they both say $1 million a piece.
you gotta think though, like rap it like I'm able to make it seem like it's separate. And I could do both. But it's real difficult to be like a successful artist making music and battle rapping at the same time. It's like two different things. So to be able to do it at the same time and be a successful artist and deal with what comes with battle rap, like a person talking to you, disrespecting you, screaming in your face, searching for
crazy.
all of the flaws that you might have made or all of the rumors, and it don't even gotta necessarily be true, but they can make a
Make it up.
punchline about it, and it's like to be able to take that, and I gotta take it. It's like I can't wild out, I can't fight, I can't make my homies beat him up, I can't do nothing. I gotta just stand there and take it. And that's not easy, you know what I mean? Especially when somebody trying to paint the picture that they this star and they got it all and they doing their thing, like to create that image and then go over here and have a nigga intentionally try to shut that down,
Dissect it in real time.
that's hard to deal with. And no matter how big the bag is, you gotta think how much they might think their music career is worth as a whole. So am I ready to jeopardize this as a whole just to get this one bag? The bag will have to be big enough for people to say, yo, I don't even gotta do this no more. Like if this go wrong, I don't even gotta do music no more. Like, fuck it, I'm cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I think more people would consider it because it's like, damn, they don't got, like, yeah, let's get it. But if it's just like a bag that could, like, is a nice bag, but it could jeopardize me getting all these continual bags that I know I'm gonna get for years and years and years.
Messing with that.
I'm not gonna risk it.
How
And it
was
makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I should get more respect for being able to accomplish that and do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy as people think. And it's not like anybody that you just heard on a mixtape or heard on an album that sound like they got bars or lyrical could deal with this.
So
There's
you
a
don't
lot
think
more
that you
that
get
come with it than just.
So I'm sorry. You don't think that you get your rightful respect? Because I just wanted to jump in on that because you was like that you not respected for beating.
It's yin and
for
yang.
doing
Like
both.
from some people realize what I'm doing and realize the impact I make. And then there's some people that's, you know, uninformed, don't really know all the way. So you got both. But that's why I keep doing it. That's why I keep doing it, because I know my fan base and people that like really in tune know what's going on and know the part I play. But I know it's a lot of people out there that's uninformed and don't know what's really going on. So that's why I'm doing stuff like this, working, you know what I'm saying? It could be somebody that could be watching that could have been a fan of me that know what's going on, but I'm sure y'all got wild fans and wild people that tune into y'all that might not be familiar with me. Or might have been at one time, but just forgot, like out of sight, out of mind. And like, yo, I used to love this nigga, but I just forgot. Now I see him and let me tap back in and see what's going on. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like niggas hate press. Niggas hate media. Like me being tight with Clue for so many years, like I feel like I would tell Han, like, if you're established and you don't have to do this, they don't want to take chances because there are not people like me and him. Like, we don't do clickbait shit. I ain't trying to get you to say some stupid shit for me to make money. So I feel like that because it's a whole bunch of people that's doing that and been doing that. That ain't old. I mean, that's not new. It's on a social media level, but you have magazines that would do you dirty all the time, son. You would say something, you'd be like, I ain't say that shit to this is why I don't go see these people. You know what I'm saying? But now now it's a good way, like you said, to keep your name fresh out there, to put yourself on the publication. You come as you please, you do what you want, you set the time, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to use this type of thing to keep your name fresh, I told him the other day, I said, Soulja Boy came to New York for 10 days a couple years ago and did a run and did everybody's small podcast, everybody's big podcast, everybody's radio show for 10 days, and he never looked back after that, bro.
Deals,
So it's all
bags,
about how
bags.
you.
Mhm.
It's all about how you want to take it and you want to use it and how far you gonna go with it with this podcast, social media.
Some artists got a lot to hide, so they gotta be media trained. Gotta have the right PRs to tell them what to say. Some people don't got nothing to hide like me, so I would advise them to do media. That's gonna make more people love them. No matter what angle the host come from, whether it's positive or negative, if you know how to answer the question and deal with it, then you always gonna look right. There's nothing that they could do to twist or turn. Nothing is like you always gonna look exactly how you wanna look. And then there's some people that got a lot to hide, and that's why they don't want to do a bunch of runs and have a bunch of people picking at the fact that they might got a lot to hide. They know eventually something gonna come out, and they ain't gonna really know how to respond. So you see people do media, they won't do it, or they'll have the PR, they people come in, don't ask this, don't mention this, don't say nothing about this.
They do that.
Don't talk about this at all. And if you mention this, we're leaving. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you even talk about, if you even say this person's name, his interview is over.
And
They'll say stuff like that to you because they know they got an image to uphold, and they don't want nobody, chipping away at that.
What was it like being a young dude with that hit record with R. Kelly? Because I remember the first time I heard that record was in Miami. And it shut the whole club down. I forgot the DJ who played it. And I'm just like, yo, who's this young cat just dressed in fly? And it's like, what was that moment like for you, man? Because you bodied it and you just had records after that too. They were just with Swizz. I'm just like, I like giving people their credit when they're young and going through the whole cycle. Most dudes don't get to do that at the large scale.
Yeah, it was a mixed reaction. I was super excited. I was young. Like a hit record is on the radio, you're popping, it's a lot of good stuff going on, but at the same time, I'm learning the business, learn where mistakes was made, learn where, shit is not going exactly how I thought it would go. So both things is happening at the same time.
So, what was the negatives going on from a business standpoint, a life standpoint? Because, all we gonna see is, Cass is on 106 in Park. He's on every radio station. All the girls know his record. All the goons respect him, etc. You're on top of the world. You're young. I don't know if you had kids at that time. So, no responsibility. So, what's the negative that's weighing on your mind?
Like I told you, this business is not set up for the artist to win. So once I found that out, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You stuck in this contract, you got certain commitments, and everything that you might have thought that was gonna come from it is not. And there's a lot of people that oversee what happens with you. Like when you're an artist, you're not and you sign to a major, you're not in full control of what goes on with you.
Definitely not.
So that was frustrating to me too. It could be as small as picture selection. You could take a photo shoot and what picture they decide to use, it might not totally be the artist's responsibility. You don't know who could have chose that picture. Or you don't know who could have chose names for songs. Or you could make a bunch of songs and then the selection of the songs that's going on this project might not be all the artist's choice. You know what I'm saying? Even the type of songs you make, the direction, the type of producers you work with, the type of artist that's featured on your project, a lot of that could be a collaboration of ideas from different people. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but
you didn't like that. You didn't like that side of it.
That's just not how it's explained to you when you know what I'm saying, first about to get into this business and get, these deals. They explain it to you different and make it seem like it's different until you in it. You know what I mean? So.
Was Swizz ever on your side helping you, or it was a slight disconnect?
I just think I always had a head on my shoulders, and like you said, I ask questions. I'm a figure out why is this like this.
You're a problem.
That's what they call me.
Yeah,
I know.
That's what they
call me, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Niggas say something, I'll be like, I don't even get that, bro. Where are you getting that from? And then it's a problem. It's automatic. I'm like, if it's so simple, when I say, yo, why is this going down? Just Just tell me what's up. I'm not saying I'm not gonna sign it or I'm not gonna do it. Just explain it to me. But so many times we had Roddy Ricch, and he said the lawyers don't even explain shit to the artists. They just be like, yo, this is the money, you know what I'm saying? This is your album, yo, sign it.
But here's the
And
thing
go for
about
it.
that. You have to, the caveat you gotta say, when those deals go through, you sign, they wire you the money right then and there.
But that's what he said, though. He said once they got the young dude, they giving you the money. Now, once you got the money, like he said, you in debt now. And you going to spend all of this money.
Fast.
And you in debt, and then you're gonna come back to them and say, hey, yo, can I get a couple more dollars? They're gonna be like, nah, nigga, we didn't send you to California. You didn't work with this dude, the clothes, the photo shoot. Remember the sneakers that you said that you wanted to walk off set with? Those are $300. And you like, 300, them is regular ones. Oh, but we got charged this because the stylist and they're supposed to go back. You don't even know nothing going on, bro. And then you come in there.
Imagine if you get fired from your 9 to 5 and you like been out of work for a few weeks and now you really need a job. And then that same job come back like, yo, we're gonna hire you back and we're gonna give you like 6 months worth of your checks up front. So you like, damn, I'm about to get my job back and 6 months of my checks all at once. It's like you hit the lottery. It's like, yo, I'm lit. You can start spending stuff. You can start paying bills. You think of all of this stuff you could do. And you're going to automatically take it because it just seemed like you up. But they didn't explain to you. They're going to give you 6 months of your money up front. But now after that, you got to work the next 2 years for no money.
Exactly.
So it seemed like you winning at first. Like when you think
Exactly.
6 months of my checks right now up front, I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
But now I gotta make this 6 months stretch over the next 2 years. So I'm really like losing a year and a half of money because I got this up front. Yeah, but I ain't really understand that. I just took the money because I was out of work and I needed it. That's how that shit go. You know what I mean? But you don't know until you already took the money and then you start working. And then after months start passing and then 6 months pass and you like, yo, so all right, this
When
6
my next
months
check
pass, yeah,
coming?
when my next, and they like, oh nah, you don't know that. You still gotta.
It's right here. It's right here. You see that little dot right there?
Exactly.
It's right there in that little dot, my dude, and you didn't pay attention to it.
Crazy.
What you think that the Freeway battle did for your success or your popularity?
I was always battling around that time. I battled a lot of people, so that was like a normal thing for me. So at the time, I didn't know how big it was gonna be. But I did know it was gonna be something because Jay-Z was there, Swiss was there, Freeway, Chris, Oskino, Beanie Siegel. It was like a lot of artists, a lot of energy was there. So I felt like it might have been a little bigger than the normal battles I had. But I didn't know that it was gonna be captured on video, go out and be big like that. I had no idea that that was gonna happen.
You think that catapulted you in some way into the battle rap space? You think that was like a big star that happened? No.
I think because of Philly
Battle rap, period.
Yeah.
That's the forefather of this new way you see battle rap now.
Yeah.
Like nobody never seen battle rap like that. Like face to face, on site, and you're not just saying raps, you're actually trying to disrespect and hurt the other person's feelings, and there's no beat. Like a cappella, like not to rhythm. Like, you know, even not saying your rap like it's to a beat. Even like you could say a rap with no beat, but you still could hear the beat. The
rhythm.
Is like,
yeah,
they saying it in the rhythm that they wrote it to the beat.
Yeah.
But to hear it a cappella and you not saying it like it's a song, you saying it like you talking to the next man. Nobody never really heard that before the Freeway battle.
You think that's the
Or
genesis?
people might have heard about it, like I heard people battle
Doing
like that,
shit,
but I
they
never
saw
seen
it.
it. Yeah, like
That was the difference. You know how when you hear about something and then you actually can see it go
of
down,
course.
it changes your whole mental structure and you be like, yo, that shit lit. You know what I'm saying? But I do gotta say that the hardest part that I ever watched the battle rap was when they face to face and they dissing each other, spitting on each other because they rhyming so hard. I'm like, how the fuck is niggas standing there dealing with it, talking about your mom, talking about all types of shit. I just couldn't vibe with it. And then I took one in, my cousin started to send it to me, and I saw the creativity about it. Then I started asking niggas about it, and then they be like, yo, we go home and we just think about the battle for weeks and weeks. We do research. We call niggas around his way and get dirt on it.
Oh yeah, it's
so I'm
out
like,
of here.
no wonder. See, I didn't think it took all of that, bro.
Bro, that's why what Cass said, to be able to do music and that, it's very rare. One of those is gonna suffer. Like when you see artists, they kind of figure it out with the music a little bit, and they do it.
But why would it suffer, y'all? Because can't you just, if you're on your level, can't you pick and choose the battles that you want to do and research it at that time because you're a veteran, and then go back and go record music?
I think it's like a lawyer that does music contracts and does real estate contracts. Even though they'll say you're a lawyer, you're trying to merge two ideologies within that, frame.
Or I give some examples, just like fighting is fighting, but like the UFC and boxing is like two different things. And even though in the UFC you can box, like if we was UFC fighting, I could just stand like a boxer and knock you out like the same way if I was boxing. But just what I gotta watch out for or what I could expect coming at me is different. So that means I'm gonna do different things. Another example, like and1 park basketball compared to like the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's all type of hand checks and shit that I could do in the park to stop a nigga from doing this. There's all type of spinning moves and carries that they not gonna allow in the NBA I could do. There's all type of shit I'm gonna get away with in the park, how I could direct traffic out there that's gonna be different than the NBA. And it's not saying that a person that's nice at ball can't do both, but to be like the nicest at both at the same time,
it's rare.
Like I'm the nicest in the park and I'm the nicest on the court. It's like one might suffer. Like I might be carrying too much in the NBA. I might be doing this step and they call and walk. I might be fucking pushing off and they calling it. I might just not be seeing the court right. Like everybody not in the right position, and it just could be like confusing. If I'm locked in the park, then my NBA game ain't too crazy. If I'm super NBA out, when I get to the park, I don't really know like how to move. But to simultaneously be like, I could be the nicest in the park. Nobody could fuck with me in the park. And then nobody, like I'm in an all-star game in the NBA. Like to be that at the same time is super difficult.
But you mad
to be the nicest in the UFC and be like the heavyweight champion at the same time in boxing, to be like, yo.
I agree, but you mad cerebral. I think you could do it.
It's the stress.
I'm gonna be honest. That's the mark that niggas need in battle rap. They need a nigga that can crush niggas like he crushed niggas, and still got the wherewithal and to shut certain things down and put music out. That's what's gonna take it through the roof. Like we said with drill. Once they start drilling on beat, they might look at it like creativity. Once you just spitting blah and the beat drop, people that's rapping, creators, people that's gonna put money into the art, they're not gonna take it seriously. But if somebody like himself can have a record charting, recognized, and at that same time he's crushing niggas on battle, to me,
that's something.
Bro, that's through the roof right there. That's what I would go for. You know me, I'm trying to be number one.
Yeah.
So if niggas,
Same thing he said.
So if niggas not doing it, that's what the fuck I'm doing, my nigga.
Nah, it's definitely possible. It just take time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like it's gonna take a lot of time to be nice enough to win a belt in boxing. So then you're gonna have to put in a whole another amount of time to learn how to be nice in UFC. Like it's just like time, and like I told you, people want to get in this shit. Like they want to hit the lottery, they want some overnight success. They don't even really want to put in that much time. They don't even want to put in enough time to get nice at making music. They want to have writers. They want to have people pick their beats. They want to have people tell them how to dress, what to say, what not to say, how to look, how to act.
It makes them
so
feel
it's like
important,
a collaboration of ideas that make this artist, and they want it like that. That's easy for them.
It makes them feel important. It makes you feel like you got a lot of niggas working for you. She's picking my beats, he got my clothes, he got my this. It makes me feel like I'm a business now.
Yeah, and you could command more money too sometimes. When people see the whole production, they're like,
and there's nothing wrong with that if you fully understand what all of the people that got jobs is doing, and you hire them and you put them in position and you overseeing it. There's nothing wrong with that. But like you said, if this person picking out my clothes, this person picking my beats, this person writing my raps, and they a part of the machine, if the machine step away from you, then you don't got nobody to write your raps. You don't got nobody to pick out your clothes. You don't got nobody to pick your beats. You don't got nobody to tell you what to say. You don't got none of that no more.
Are you thinking that far?
How can you find that? Like now I gotta find somebody that can write my raps. I gotta find somebody to pick up my clothes. I gotta find a bunch of whole nother team just to make me even possibly be as good as I was. And that's difficult.
They don't worry about it until the end, though. We had a conversation.
Yeah, we just had a
about that.
conversation about
When
it.
it all ends, then they start to worry about it. They're not even thinking about it while shit's going on, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they key on the young kid because the frontal lobe, like I always say, is not developed. So if it's not developed, they don't know how to make the correct decisions. There's very few of us that do. Even in my mind, K-Mac told you I was making tons of money and doing deals, nigga. I ain't know how to keep that money coming. I thought I was gonna do a deal for a freaking $1 million every single year, bro.
That's how you feel, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you feel. As soon as you get that money, you're like, yo, I did this. I'm gonna do this again, and you will do it again, but then until you don't. And then when you don't, the don'ts keep trickling in. They didn't do it, they didn't do it, they didn't do it. I'm not doing it.
And the most money could come in when you like putting in like, I'm not even trying my hardest. Like I ain't even putting in the most work. I know I gotta do more. I know I should have did more, and all this money coming in. So imagine if I step it up. I know I could do it better the next time. Like I fucked up and all this money came in. So imagine when I get it right, how much money gonna come in. That's the mentality you got. But it don't always work out like that.
What's a crazy purchase you made that when you was up, the money was coming in, you like, damn, yo, if I was this age, I would have did it differently.
A lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not like super stupid with money, but it's a lot of big things that I bought that I wish I wouldn't have bought.
Such as?
Like a Bentley,
Okay.
like cash. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do that. Go to the lot, just buy the shit like instantly, not have no note, not pay for nothing. And I wanted it to be like years ahead of the year that it was. So
How much?
I went and did it.
How much?
After all
This
of the
nigga know.
Texas,
He know how much. This nigga know.
It's a crazy bag, yo, because that was
Yeah.
the big B?
I think like after all of the taxes, the tent, the rims, all of the stuff I got to it came to like $275 or something like that.
And that was a minute ago, too.
And then it's like, it just was a waste of money. You know what I'm saying? I could have did a lot more stuff with that paper.
$275 cash.
And rode in the same car. Like the information I got, could have rode in that same car for even more years than I had that car. Rode in the same car, took a lot more money, flipped it and invested it. Could have turned that same money into more Bentleys. You know what I'm saying? And still drove in the same car. But, you know, I just was uninformed. Thinking, yo, I could just grab, let me go grab. Not really knowing.
And also, too, at that time, the taboo word was, you ain't lit if you're leasing these cars. But meanwhile, we seeing all them white people, they're like, man, I'm leasing this Rover. I'm gonna put $1,000 down a month, 3 years, next one.
He was right about that. Niggas like, I don't lease, I buy the whole car.
Yeah. Now imagine if he's like, yo, spent $270, whatever the lease was, by the time he's done with it, he would have dropped, what, 50 bands altogether?
Yeah, 75 bands.
And he's still making that money back, writing it off in taxes, but we don't know. We listening to the song. We don't lease shit. Especially down south dudes, they don't lease their cars. Young Dolph told me he bought like 4 different Ferraris for 400 bands a piece. I'm like, why? And this was like a couple of years before he passed. He was still
like
doing it.
certain cars that you might could buy that might not lose value, but the
Yeah, you right.
majority of them do. Yeah. So it's like, really ain't no point. Like once you get it, it's gonna lose super value. You can't sell it back. You gotta keep it. And most people don't like to keep shit. It's like keep wearing the same shit.
Black
honestly,
people don't like to keep shit.
Yeah, you want to switch it up. You want to get something new anyway. So now you just own it, and now what I'm gonna do? Just let it sit, or I gotta sell it back, or like, you know what I mean? It's just like.
So what's your plan now since you're doing your press run and shit? Let us know.
What's the agenda, Cass?
It gotta be some rhyme or reason because you cerebral. So what's the point of you doing all of these podcasts and you on this run?
Bars is back, man. My new project about to drop. It's the best project of my life. trying to have 2 more battles this year.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get back in the ring. And I got the best project of my life, so I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm super excited. And I missed the podcast, been doing media, been doing promo, like hosting battles, hosting the face-offs and stuff like that.
Okay.
They got another event coming up in Cali at the end of this month, Disaster Battling.
Okay.
King Bao, he an MMA fighter.
Okay.
And he getting in the battle rap and he battling Daylight. So I'm going out there to host the face-offs and host that event and all that. Like just getting battle rap lit. You was asking me what can I do to make the shit grow. So aside of me battling, I'm doing a lot of that stuff. You know what I
You
mean?
gonna
To
start
get
your
the shit
own
going.
league or some shit like that?
Nah, that's
It's
too difficult and
yeah.
it's not like a,
I
I
heard
don't-
y'all battle rappers be thinking real different, bro.
I know. And I think like a battle rapper like me that's still active is not a good thing to want to start
A league.
a league, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I do start or I get involved, it's gonna be with somebody that's already, you know, in that lane. You know, I might partner up with somebody that already own the league and already doing that and just give my energy to make it pop off better, but to actually do the groundwork and the dealing with the battle rappers and paying them and
It's too
flying
much.
them out and doing all this like a headache.
But you could do your Mayweather promotions thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you just partner up with somebody, get your points, get your Mayweather promotions thing on, let them do the work. That'll be something new for battle rap. Why don't you do your own? Like, yo, if you did your own show, like how niggas be doing their own shit, put their own shit on, not a battle rap league, but I do my own show. I'm gonna headline my own show and I'm gonna let y'all niggas get on this shit.
Yeah, that'd be
That's a
dope.
bag.
Yeah,
You
I
get
agree.
the arena, you get the concessions, the food. Anybody brings some
Merchandise.
merchandise. You can
It's
merch.
up.
You can merch that whole arena.
It's just not a bag though. It's like it's like I'm the bag. Like as far as ticket sales, selling out battle raps and pay-per-views and bringing a lot of people out and getting a lot of people interested is me. All of the other battle rappers is difficult for them to get like a large amount of people interested.
Yeah.
So it's like something that you would have to figure out, and it's like a chance you taking. Like even my sis Remy, you see she been in, she started her league, and
Rome 23, right?
yeah. And it's been having a lot of success as far as the fans aspect, but she said she lost a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars that she been investing trying to get this right. And it seemed like her event is successful and it's like a bag. It seemed like it's something supposed to come from it, but it seemed like every time she throw an event, she losing money. It's a sacrifice she making, so it's not as easy as people think.
I wonder if people know that she's giving back to the battle rap community and losing money at the same time. I wonder if they even care or
They
if
don't
they even
care.
understand what
They don't
that
care.
means.
I
that
did a
somebody's
couple of
gonna do
events,
that.
and one we broke even legitimately, and the other one we took a L.
What is legitimately?
Remember when we had the when we had the convo about breaking even?
About some people keep the money and don't tell people that the
No,
other
not
money's coming in.
No, not
Like,
that.
because that's what I know. Niggas get bags. Like I'm not giving this ticket money in. I'm gonna hold on to this for myself. You know what I'm saying? So what you said, maybe you broke even, but the event didn't.
No, everything it was broken
So
even.
you said legitimately. That's,
And
you know what I mean?
the only reason we broke even, and Cass will tell you this is about its worth, it was off of one person who was able to generate enough to make up for everybody else not mattering. So when Cass is demanding a certain level of money, it boosts up everybody else. They might take an L this way, but they're gonna make the money back. Because if he's not on the ticket, they're gonna lose. I'm telling you.
Listen, if I'm Cassidy and I'm the battle rapper and I'm the recording artist, right?
Yeah.
These niggas ain't making no money off me. I'm doing all my own shit. I don't give a fuck. These niggas right here, I'm gonna get this arena over here. I'm the biggest nigga. I don't need nobody
he'll take a bigger L doing that than them giving him the money.
Why?
It's just the logistics. You got to pay for all right, let's say Cass has a bunch of ticket sales from 18 to 21, right? They're buying the bulk of the ticket, but the club won't let people under 21 in. So now he got to go to the club and get insurance for that. They're gonna hit him over the head.
I got you, but he's the he's the draw. It's like I'm letting y'all take money from me. I'm looking at it as a boxer. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm the draw. He let them niggas eat for years, right? He let them eat for years. I'm the fucking draw, okay? You gonna book me, niggas is coming. I don't give a fuck what age group. You book him, niggas coming, right?
Yeah.
I'm booking myself, nigga. Niggas is coming for myself. Y'all niggas not getting drink money. Y'all niggas not getting concession. Y'all niggas not getting merch money. One battle for me could go from 250,000 to 1.2 million.
But the money
No,
don't
but
come in like
it's a-
that.
it's
That's
a-
why he said Remy's taking L's.
And it's an investment.
Yeah.
Like, all right, like say if I tell a league, you know what I'm saying, you could put on whatever event you want, but you gotta pay me $250,000, right? So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I just get my money up front. So now I got money up front. I get my deposit up front. But now it's a whole card full of other artists. Like the person I'm battling got to get paid. The battles that's under me, all of them artists got to get paid. The venue got to get booked. Security got to get booked.
Cameraman.
Now they got to set up if it's going to come on pay-per-view and how they going to get it out. They got to set it up whether they're going to drop it on YouTube.
When they pay you though?
Yeah.
You get a piece of that too?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could definitely
Negotiate that.
that. But it's like a lot more that got to be invested into
Flying
making
them out,
making
hotel.
the shit work. You know what I'm saying? And that's an investment that you got to make before it come back. You just got to trust in it coming back. You know what I mean? But anything could potentially go wrong to make that not go as according to plan.
I'm a
so it's
gambling man, bro.
Let me tell you something.
Nah, but listen, it's so much money that you got to invest to only make a little bit more.
Back. It ain't
You thinking like it's like the labels where it's like, all right, I'm getting paid $250,000, but they about to make 2.5 million or something. It's not like that. It's like, you know, me, if I charge that money, I'm gonna be making a majority.
More than them.
Yeah, more than everybody. Like I'm making a majority of the money. But leagues is willing to do that because they know that even though I'm making a majority, they gonna make more that night. They hoping for it to make more that night than they would make off booking other battle rappers. Yes. And through the history, you've seen that it went that way. When I work with King of the Dot and them, when I work with RBE, when I work with the URL, it always go like that. They always able to make
more money with you than without you.
Yeah. And it's too, my energy lasts. Like a lot of battles happen and they could be big momentarily, but like a couple days later, everybody forget about it. Nobody really know about it. It's like my shit lasts. Like people will still talk about my Hitman battle because that was my last battle. But Hitman had like, you know, battles after
battles,
that.
Okay.
Yeah, like he battled Calico, just battled Easy. But people will still talk about me and Hitman battle because it's like it lasts. It don't.
Why?
It don't die out with me.
Why?
Moments.
Is it the word? Is it the word? The word?
No. I'm gonna tell you.
Star power.
Star power.
Okay.
Because Hitman's a star, so is Cass. Cass is a legend. So now, and Cass is not a battle rapper, in my opinion. He just does it well. But what they would identify as a battle rapper, that's not Cass. Cass is an artist who has the battle rap spirit in him. So it's different. They look at him different. So now these guys, they know they got to perform different because more industry dudes are watching. More people are watching. It's a bigger spotlight. And he's always going to do things in the news cycle that people are going to trickle back to the battle versus them other battle rappers. They ain't going to do enough for the algorithm to kick the battle back. It's a little nuanced.
It's a lot of mistakes battle rappers be making. I be checking them all the time, and I think that's a part of why, you know, it's not going necessarily right. It go better with me. Even when I battle, it just feel more real. Feel just more like it's a real battle. Like you don't know what's about to go down, and that's how people want to feel. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna come check it.
I'm not playing games. They know I'm not friends with rappers. I'm not like collaborating. I'm not writing with rappers. They know whatever I say, I really feel that way. And that be a big part too. So you start building up like a big fan base of people that want you to continue to win. And then you start building up like a large amount of people that just hate the fact that you've been around so long and can't lose. Like you get back to battle rap, they supposed to be able to kill you. Like you should be dead. So it's like, yo, how can't they kill this nigga? So everybody want to tune in hoping that somebody could kill you. They like, yo, I can't wait till he die. And now that's why they like, yo, nah, he need to battle this nigga, or he need to, now if he battle him, they just trying to think of any name that could possibly kill you because they just want you to die. You too cocky, you been holding it for too long. Look how he carry, look how he act. he gotta die. But then at the same time, it's people like, nah, they love that. He never gonna die, he the GOAT. So with that type of support, you can't really lose because the people that love you gonna tune in and want to support. But so do the people that hate you. I can't miss this. I gotta see this nigga die. He been talking shit for too long. Who he battling? I gotta watch it because he about to die. And it's like, but it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to other people that might matter. To me, it don't.
It's business
As
to
long
you?
as you thinking about me.
Is it just business to you now?
Yeah, as long as you want to tap in. As long as you're going to get the pay-per-view or you're going to buy a ticket or you're going to talk about it or you're going to watch one of the blogs and comment on it, all that count.
I got one question. This is my last question. I hate questions, but we ask a whole bunch this time. What makes the Philly rapper the way that y'all are? And because y'all are different.
Yeah.
All y'all different. Y'all different style of people, right? And why hasn't there been a big label come out of Philly? A rap label.
Well, first with the rap label, you know, it's a business. I guess like one of these majors gotta feel as though they want to give somebody from the city an opportunity. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Or somebody from the city gotta put together the right plan to make one of these majors and machines give them an opportunity. So it's a lot of talent and they always been trying to get artists from Philly, but you know, actual companies and like labels, I'm not sure. But I know it's a lot of people in the city that got enough information to run labels and it's a lot of talent in the city, so they won't have to go far to search for talent.
You want to.
It's mad talent in Philly. And then the first question, what makes y'all so different? Yourself, Meek Mill,
I think the
Uzi.
environment and where we place. Like we close to where it started, New York. Like we not that far. Like, you know what I mean? You could drive there. A lot of the slang and the shit that we into is like similar to New York. And then you got Jersey right there, but we more like South. So, you know, the slang, the accent, the way we carry it is not like New York. It's slightly different because of where we place that. And because it's like a big city, but at the same time, it's like tight blocks and a lot of poverty. You know what I mean? A lot of fighters, like boxing is heavy.
Heavy in Philly, yeah.
There's always a lot of competition, like whether you playing basketball, playing curveball. It's just like people was competitive since birth out there. So I guess all that mixed together. And then with the history that we had even before rap started with music, that's like a music place. Like, so I think it just made a transition from what it used to be to just rap. You know what I mean? But people always been super musical and competitive in Philly. So, and sports, other stuff, so I think it just translated to rap, and that's why it might be a little different from anywhere else.
Yeah, it's very different.
You said bars is back. And I just want to ask this and we good.
Oh, one more thing to that last question. It got to do with the artists that got on from that area too. You know, a lot of the masses gonna follow what they familiar with or what came from this area before. You know what I mean? And a lot of artists that we had from Philly was super competitive, super street, super grimy. So that like paints the picture of what the city is. You know what I mean?
Got you.
It's more difficult to say that with New York because that's like the Mecca. That's like so many artists for so many years came out that they took it in so many different directions that it's hard to say New York is just one thing.
Jay-Z's land, we're gonna go on this type of hip hop
Or
and
50
we're going
or
this way,
Nas.
50s land.
You
There's
can't
so
say
many
they
different
all
people.
hustlers or y'all all gangsters or y'all all get shot or y'all all fly or y'all all this because there's so many different niggas that do different shit and had light for a long period of time.
Light is real.
But with Philly, you know, it's artists that had light here and there, but not as much as New York. And a lot of the artists had similarities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like from Meek to Beans to me, like they all might have dealt with the police, got locked up before, been in the streets, had situations like that. Like, you know what I mean? Got some confidence, act like they not scared, talk a certain way. So it's like it create a certain image of how the city is. You know what I mean? But I feel as though, you know, like it's artists like maybe like Lil Uzi right now. He's super popping and winning, but he not like in that direction, and he don't give
I've been
people that
seeing
feeling.
Yeah.
So
I thought he was from
imagine,
Atlanta for a long time.
I didn't know he was from Philly for
so
a while.
imagine if like, you know, in the next 10 years, you got 2, 3 more artists that's more like
that
in the
mold?
Lil Uzi vert lane.
Yeah.
Then how would they look at?
Then they gonna look at Philly differently.
Yeah,
now.
then how would they?
I got you. I
You
got
got all
you.
of these Lil Uzi vert type of dudes. You got Eve. You got the Roots. They might start looking at different
Because we
shit.
did look at Philly like the neo soul shit for a hot minute when the Roots and Jill and Vivian Green and all them was
Music.
pumping out of the Music Soul Child. We did look at them as a neo soul spot for a hot minute.
You said bars is back. I just want to, what young dudes do you feel still embody the essence of bars that you tap in with? That you like, yo, I know this generation don't focus on bars.
The question should be, is there any?
I think there is.
I think they all do. I think they all love bars and they are fans of it. Just because you might not see them sounding like they super bar heavy, it's not easy to do. It's not like you could snap your fingers and just come up with a bar. Like if you rapped a different way or you just did melodies or you had flows, you couldn't just sit there and just say, all right, now I'm just about to write some bars. It's like hard to do. And I think a lot of them want to do it and they fans of it, but it's just difficult. So they just figured out something else that they can figure out, that they can do. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just not easy to come up with bars. But I just seen the interview that's not too long ago with G Herbo. And you would think like he might not be like a fan of bars or a fan of me. But he said the first song that he recorded was to one of my beats. I think it was Aim for the Head or one of them beats. Yeah, like Aim for the Head, when you see him, go get him, the joint I did with Game. But I think he said one of the first song he ever recorded was to one of my beats. Like a lot of them young dudes that might be drilling or in a different bag right now, it's like I was the inspiration. They came up hearing me talking that crazy shit and going crazy, and that's what inspired them to do what they doing now. So I feel like they love bars and they understand what it is and know what it is. Just because they might not necessarily be a carbon copy of what we remember bars being, don't mean that they don't like it and they not fans of it. And like I said, everybody want their generation to be advancing.
Yup.
So they don't wanna hear you say, yo, this is what bars is, and you play them something from the 90s or the early 2000s. They like, come on, that's old. They don't wanna hear you taking them in the history to show them. Like they wanna see it now. Like, so if somebody else was to give y'all, like if they was to come out now rapping, then they'll accept it and they'll like it. Just like you got people out right now, Griselda and them, they spitting bars, they like on boom bap, slower type of beats. They not really drilling or trapping, they just rapping. And they still got a huge fan base and niggas love them. Because it's now, they not, like you're not playing Griselda from the early 2000s. You're playing what they just put out. So the newer crowd feel like, yo, this fire, this hot. You know what I'm saying? But
I didn't think about that.
come with some old shit, then they feel like they reminiscing. And it's not like they not gonna accept it. They just don't want to think that that's all that's around. Like, you know what I mean? We play some older shit. My parents play some older shit. It's like I still love it and play it today. But you still want to feel like, yo, while we coming up, we still got R. Kelly and we still got Usher or somebody that's fucking killing some shit or doing something right now.
Chris Brown.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yo. Boom.
Philly in the building.
That's it.
Like, subscribe, comment, super chat and all that. Cassidy, bars is back. Let's go. BagFuel.
Ishka Bibbles or Maxes?
Oh, yeah.
Max is mad.
Oh, my nigga! Fuck out of here. Hell no.